Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Becky and today we are going to do a 12 by 12 layout. Now I started this layout using mostly just scraps. I had been, well, as you guys know, I've been working with my scrap box quite a bit here lately. Yeah, it's getting not any more empty because apparently scraps go a long way. You can see these are the two photos I'm going to be using. They're photos of Riley and Riker, and they are sitting on Riley's little couch looking at some books. It is super cute. Love, love, love these photos. You can see right here I am going to be using two pieces of main paper. I do use this one right here by Close to My Heart where I rip the bottom of it. And then I'm going to use this other one that is by Amy Tan. I'm just going to go ahead and trim that down. There's a couple of words that I wanted to show on there, which I liked the hey there, and I really liked the hello friend. So when I put my photo down after I have the mats on it, I'm going to make that bump up to the bottom of the hello friend. That's how I know exactly where I want to place everything. So this right here was not long enough to mat the whole photo, but I really liked the dots. I really like that. That is the opposite side of the first paper I put down, the gray, kind of like plaid paper. It's not plaid because there's only one color. I don't know what the pattern's actually called with just one color. But yes, it's the opposite side of that. So I just matted the top of it. I am then going to pull out a yellow piece because I'm going to pick up some of the yellows that are in that Amy Tan paper. So I pulled out this one from Happiest Place, which is a Close to My Heart collection that is out now. If you want to pick that up, you can go over to beckybidding.closetomyheart.com. I am then going to pull out a stencil. Now, when I'm looking at this and I just have the white as a background, I did not want to go searching in through all my loose papers trying to find the perfect border piece because it's about, well, the top and the bottom about maybe a little over a ½ inch, and the sides are about 1 inch border all the way around. So I just go ahead and pull out this Tim Holtz stencil, and I stencil just around the borders of this paper. So it looks like a pattern paper, but it's really not. I just stenciled on it. Well, later this day when I'm still working on this, it was the weekend of the Secret Not Secret Kit Club scrap party. I didn't really participate this month in that party, but I was hopping over there looking at things, and I did see that Kathy had a challenge up, and you were supposed to use 3 types of mixed media on it. So I'm going to end up doing that on this one. I will end up using 3 types of mixed media. So right there, my ATG gun ran out of tape as per usual, and I was too lazy to get up and get another roll. And I know I say this every time, I need to keep a spare roll on my desk, but I didn't have one. I probably did have one and then probably used it and didn't replace it. Anyway, so I started using this double-sided tape because, you know, hello, my name is Becky and I am lazy and I do not want to get up from my desk when I am working on a layout. Hi. So I'm just going to be using that double-sided tape to put it down. I will be using that probably throughout the duration of this entire video. So you can see I am trying to remember to ink the edges of everything, which does not actually go as planned because when I start putting embellishments down, I don't ink the edges. I just ink the edges of those 2 main papers and then this large block with my photo on it. I am using the Chip Sapphire ink, Distress Oxide ink by Tim Holtz. So I'm going to go ahead and commit to the placement of my photos right here as soon as I can get all that tape backing off. We're going to go ahead and stick it right there. See, I made that yellow go right underneath that hello friend. I was just really committed to using that for some reason. I do pull out my die cutting machine. This is a machine by Close to My Heart. I did sign myself up as a hostess for a party and placed a big order so I could get this die cut machine. That's the only way you can get it is by using hostess rewards. You have to be able to be eligible for the 50% off items or whatnot. So I did sign myself up for one a couple months ago and went ahead and got this die cutting machine. I really wanted to try it out, and you can see I'm putting the platform on top. That is not how it's supposed to go. The platform is supposed to be on the bottom. It just, to me, with the platform on the bottom and the cutting pad on the top, I'm not going to use it that way. And so it works this other way with the platform on the top. So that way I will use it. The other way, if I had to go tape down my dies and then flip them upside down onto a platform and then put it through, I'm not going to do that. I don't know why, it just does not feel right. So I'm not doing it that way. The only way I'm going to be using that die cut machine is the way I want to use it. So there you go. It still works the way I'm using it. So hey. So I had a bunch of scraps left. So I ended up cutting out a ton of stuff with that die cut machine. I don't know if you can see that little white container in the top left hand side of your screen. That is full. Well, it might not be completely full, but it is got a lot of die cuts in it from me picking up scraps off my desk and just running it through that die cut machine. Now, for the tag reinforcers, I just cut those out in white, and I used that same chipped sapphire ink on it to go ahead and color those that color so that it kind of blended in a little bit with the wood grain detail we did on that white daisy cardstock on the border. Now that is almost, could be kinda the same tone. It's the same tone-ish as a polka dotted paper. If I would have went over it a couple times, it would have been as dark as that, but again, hello, I am lazy, and I only went over, when I did the wood grain, I did it as quickly as I can, because I'm not all about spending 3 hours on a layout. So yeah, I did find these thickers. You can see them over on the right hand side. Those are by Chamel. I just had one piece in there. I know it was a double-sided pack, but apparently I must have put the other side of that in something else. Anyways, I pulled this share out and used that as my title because Riley is sharing her couch and her books with her little brother. So I thought that was a pretty good title to start me off right there. And then I ended up pulling out my notebook that I just randomly stick bits in that are left over. And I'm just pulling bits out that I think I might want to use. I did find this little enjoy piece, and I found that red piece that says love your smile, which works because there is red in that Amy Tan paper. But then I also pull in more red via these little, I don't know, floral bits or whatever. They're not florals, they're like buds or something. Those are a Vicky Bouton die cut on one of her packs that had a lot of big die cuts, and that was one. So I went ahead and cut that up, used some at the top, and then some in that bottom right hand cluster as well. And so here I'm just continuing flipping through the notebook, seeing if there's anything else I might want to use. You can see I did pull out a couple flowers as well. Those flowers, they're pink, well, they're yellow, but then I also pulled out one that's yellow and pink. They're all from that same paper, and they came out of a paper pad. And one day, I think I might have been using it on a layout, but I just fussy cut out a whole bunch of those flowers. And those are the ones I had left over, so they got glued in the book. So here you go. I just pulled it out and used it. So I am popping up this Enjoy on some foam tape, and I'm going to end up popping the Love Your Smile up on foam tape as well. It's going to sit right down there on that yellow gingham tag. Super cute. I love that. That's actually part of a zip strip from the Blue Skies collection from Close to My Heart. So you can, I mean, a lot of times I'll throw my zip strips away or my branding strips away, whatever. And sometimes I keep them, but a lot of times I throw them away, especially here lately because I have so many scraps. I've not been being as precious with them as I used to be because I just have too many. So yes, but some of them, like this one with the words on them, yeah, I definitely will keep that. So you can see right there, I used some texture paste. That was my second piece of mixed media. And then I used splatters. So that is going to be my third piece of mixed media. And that was for the challenge that Scrappy Kathy had over there on the Secret Not Secret Kit Club. I haven't submitted it yet, but I will. I think we have the duration of the week to submit them. But this is the only layout I've done so far for it. Yeah, I've been kind of lame. This weekend, I just stayed in bed basically all weekend. Saturday wasn't too bad. I did end up taking a nap probably around 3. But then Sunday, today when I'm doing the voiceover, it's Monday. But then Sunday, I went and laid down at like 11 o'clock. I got up about 4 o'clock in the morning. But by 11, I was just out. I mean, I was done. All right, guys. All right, guys, let's slow it down. So you saw we started with this white background, and I went ahead and used this stencil right here. It is by Tim Holtz. It doesn't really have a name. Oh yeah, wood grain. How about that? It came with wood grain and splatters. Now I set this on top of this craft mat because when it was just on the white desk, it was blowing my camera out. That happens a lot. I need to get my mat back on here, that teal or turquoise mat. I need to put it back on here because my camera blows out a lot. Anyways, I did use a bunch of die cuts on this one. Sorry, I moved them. I used a bunch of die cuts that I made because I had a bunch of scraps, so I still have a ton left over. We'll stick this in that book, the spiral notebook, and I've had a lot of people ask me about that spiral notebook, and I'll just show it to you really quick. Sorry, my chair is squeaking. It's like crying because it's under the weight of my butt. It's like, help me. Anyways, you can see it's getting pretty fat because I keep putting stuff in here. Yeah, you can see already. I can see where I used those stitch dies on a couple of these as well. I do have chipboard in there. Now when I put, here's some stamped images, really cute. I like those. Those were close to my heart stamp. Love them. So when I have extras, okay, that page is stuck together, that's fine. I'll just take my ATG tape and just do a little bit on it and put them down. Now I learned this from Janet. Janet puts some other stuff on hers. She'll put like, sorry, I just put glue on the wrong side. I like the yellow side, I don't want this side. She'll put the parchment paper or wax paper down on it, and I don't do that. I just use a little bit of ATG because, guys, I am lazy. I don't want to spend 5 hours doing this. So this is how I do it. I just put a little bit of ATG tape on there, and then I go like that. This one would be harder to do. So with something like this, I would just stick it in one of these envelope type folder things up at the front. And that's also, I took out a paper clip, which is lost on my desk somewhere, but sometimes paper clips, I'll just stick them on that folder as well. So yes, these are loose pieces that I took out for kits. So I had them in kits and didn't use them all, so I just stuck them in their front like that. So that's my spiral notebook. Then, so we used this piece and this Amy Tan piece. I did ink the edges with the Chip Sapphire Distress Ink Oxide by Tim Holtz. Then, of course, I cut out all these dies. I did border this with this dotted paper, which is the opposite side of this, and then again with this yellow paper that is from the Happiest Place collection. And then I just put my die cuts down around, like this one right here, I put a little bit of foam tape underneath it. This one's flat, except for I did not glue down the ends. Same with this one, I didn't glue down the ends on it. I put a little bit of foam tape under here, and then I tucked in those flowers around. Now, when I went to do my tags, I already had a lot going on. I already had a bunch of stuff on this page, so I didn't bother with trying to tie the tags. I just took my crochet thread. That's not it. I just took my crochet thread and I made it double like that and just tied bows. But then so I put one here and I put one here, but on this one, because the tag was partially covered, I just randomly put a little knot in it and tucked the crochet thread under the Enjoy. Now, I did say that I saw a challenge over there on the Secret Not Secret Kit Club, and it was Scrappy Kathy's challenge for using 3 mixed media. So I used the stencil, which I had already done, and then I saw the challenge. So I went ahead and added this. I picked this up over at Close to My Heart. It is Opaque Matte Texture Paste by Ranger. So I just put this through the other stencil that goes with this, which is on my desk somewhere. I need to, this one right here. I need to find it and put it up. And I just used this little knife, palette knife. And then my third piece of mixed media, I used, oh Lord, what did I do with it, guys? Did you see me? Did you see me? Oh, right here. It's right here in front of my face. This right here is Sapphire ink. It is a re-inker. Sorry. It is a re-inker by Close to My Heart. It's a sapphire color, but you can see where it came out really light, kind of like a purpley color, which is fine because that actually matched in with here. But that's not really what I was going for. I was going for a darker, more like this share. So I had mixed several drops of this with some rubbing alcohol. The reason I use, you can use water, the reason I use rubbing alcohol is because it dries really, really fast. So that's what I use as my little agent, and I just make sure I don't get this on my photos. I don't know how rubbing alcohol reacts to photos. I know sometimes I will get the Heidi Swap color shine on my photos, and I actually like that effect. I think it looks cute, and I haven't noticed it ruining any of my photos so far. Rubbing alcohol, I don't know what would happen. Anyways, I really want this darker, so I am going to have to add a few more drops. By a few, I mean probably 10 more drops of the sapphire in this to get it more saturated. Anyways, my title is from, I think I already said this, but it is from this Chamel collection. So all I have left is Create, Wake Up, and Nope. I almost think that was supposed to be Hope, but maybe it is supposed to be Nope. I don't know. The other side I must have stored in a different place. Who knows? Maybe we'll find it someday. But yes, I took this share from there, but then after the camera was off, I did put a couple of those dots around the page because I wanted some more dark blue, and this didn't do it for me. So yes, I took a couple more of those and put them down around the page. Now this is pretty busy, and I don't care. I don't mind busy too much. I did a lot more on this one than what I have been doing here lately. Lately I've been a little more simple. All right guys, I don't have anything else to show you. I want to thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.